to get up there and talk about some of the things he talked about. You know, being estranged from his mother, being estranged from his family, his wife for 13 years, his daughters. I mean, this guy's been through a lot. He's been through a lot.
Right. So how do you think he can make anything change that can help him to stand up? Right.
I don't know, the dear Lord. He's got to pray a lot, and he's got to have good friends around him, and he's got to have some people that are watching him right now in the state of mind he's in right now. Phil Jackson is one guy who stood by his side, and he openly said during his speech that Phil's one of the reasons why he's alive today, because Phil stays in touch with him, and he's very fond of him and loves him like a son. And Phil Jackson's a large man. He's larger than just basketball, obviously.
Yes.
You found that out during this interview. If you watch the entire interview, like I said, you go to YouTube, you'll see, you know.
The keywords, what should be the keywords?
The keywords is Dennis Rodman. Just go to Dennis Rodman Hall of Fame speech, and you'll get the whole entire interview.
And it's in Springfield, right?
Springfield, Massachusetts. That's where the Naismith Hall of Fame is, and that's where he was given a speech at the Naismith Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. I believe it was last Saturday. Unbelievable, you know. And I'm just glad when athletes and entertainers and people in general share their stories, because we're going to have people in here, common people, sharing stories, telling stories of human interest stories that can enlighten somebody and help somebody in a positive way. It's very, very important, and that's why we changed the title of the show to Scope.
Yes. From
sports and entertainment, newsworthy items, to Scope. Very, very important, because I love people, to focus on issues to help people. Very, very important.
Yes,
and it was Miss Sissy's idea to go to Scope. She told me, she says, Clyde, it's time for a change. And I fought her. I said, no, I'm not changing.
And that is your name. I mean, you found this name is really good name.
You helped me a lot. Definitely, you know, because it's hard when someone tells you to change, and I love change. But it was hard when you're used to something for 13 years. You've got a heading of a show, Sports Talk with Clyde, Sports and Entertainment, Newsworthy Items with Clyde, and then all of a sudden, Sissy, she comes to me, my beautiful co-host, my manager, the brains behind the show, the genius behind Scope, and she says, Clyde, you got to move. You're a stubborn horse, and you got to back it up and drink the water. And so we drank the water, and new title, Scope.
New name, Scope.
New Scope.
Right, very good.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about the audio Monday morning.
No, it's okay.
I wish I had some flowers.
We have
I really do.
We have one more chance. Okay,
yeah.
Very good.
Beautiful start.
Right. So I just wish, like Dennis, he can have some good friends around him, and he can like stand up again, right? Because he's the superstar.
Hopefully so, that he'll be able to do that. But you know, we have Ramay with us now, a friend of sports and entertainment, Newsworthy Items of Clyde. He's going to do commentary, and he writes a column in the New England Informer magazine.
Oh yes.
You know, and he's going to be with us every third week of the month on commentary on different topics and subjects that he deems newsworthy. And we're going to get right to Ramay in about 30 seconds. You know, we're going to get right to Ramay, and Renee's going to get right into his thing.
Yeah.
Ramay Machado.
We have one more, a guest.
Oh, yeah.
Today we have a super special guest.
We have a special guest.
Right.
Ramay Machado with commentary.
Wow. He's here.
Even in Cambridge.
Wow.
There's so much to talk about right now, I don't know where to begin. But I'm going to start with politics. First, we've been watching what's going on with the presidency. We have Rick Perry and we have Bachman. Rick Perry comes out from Texas, bad-mouthing everything that President Obama has done, especially with the stimulus, how it's never worked and should never have gone throughout the country. Even though back at least 8 years while he was in Texas as governor, they had gotten funding from the government to help out with Medicare and other various services in Texas. So in which what he's saying that the government went wrong, especially Obama and his bad-mouthing him about it, he had accepted money from the government for his state, in which the state made more money out of it, and a lot of the money went to various lobbyists and everything else throughout Texas. Same thing with Bachman. Bachman's come out and saying where the government has gone wrong, they shouldn't send out money and stuff, even though she had a farm in which during the stimulus bill they had also gotten money from the government which helped keep her farm going and which they profited. So if you look at politics in this situation, they talk out of both sides of their mouth. If you want to find out exactly how these people work, you have to delve into their background. I mean, I'm sure Obama's not completely clean, but compared to these people, because of the Republican Party, now I'm not a Republican or a Democrat, I'm an independent, but I'm looking at it straight down the middle. You have to go and find the background of these people before you go out and vote, because they'll just say whatever they want to say just to get voted in. Then once they get in, you're going to find out exactly what you got. You might not, you get what you vote for. So check out all the information on these people. Newt Gingrich, but that's a whole different story. Swing into another thing, the court system. We just had a firefighter in Boston acquitted by jury saying that he wasn't up for mail fraud. Whether the prosecution should have gone at him for mail fraud, maybe it should have been under a different case. But how does a man who says that he's hurt and he can't work, that he has a bad back and everything, go out and participate in a weightlifting contest as Mr. Massachusetts or whatever? And you know, some of the jurors say, well, they didn't prove it because we don't feel that mail fraud was it. Give me a break, will you? This guy is up for getting $65,000, which luckily Marilena will refuse to give him. But if you're on the jury, and I understand from the OJ thing and everything else that's going on, you know, you have to have the evidence there to give a guilty verdict. Come on, let's think about it. And I think some of the people in the jury actually thought about it and say, well, I can get over, why not? You know, that's the way how the system is. It's all about me. Well, it's not. But that wasn't right. Think about that. We were talking about the Hall of Fame, you know, what they were just talking about. My man, Tom Sachs-Sanders, he made it into the Hall of Fame as a contributor, not as a player. But let me tell you, this man came out of NYU as an outstanding basketball player. He could score with the best of them. He was drafted by the Celtics. In order for him to be on the Celtics, he had to give up his offensive game and become a defensive specialist. He shut down people like Elgin Baylor, Thelma Beatty, really big-time players. He was so important to the Celtics dynasty. He had enough of rings that he can put on both hands. Plus, he coached at Harvard, also coached the Celtics. But even more of a man, he has gone out there and he's worked for the NBA, showing all rookies and they're coming to the league how to make it through the league, how to save their money, who not to have follow you around, just exactly what kind of people you should hang with, who you should invest with, and that is what everything will be. That's why my hat's off to Tom Sachs-Sanders. And if you like music, let me tell you, I'm going to give you two groups that you should check out. One of my favorite groups out of Philadelphia, Kindred, The Family Soul. They have a brand new CD out called Love Has No Recession. It's the bomb, let me tell you. Especially one song they have Snoop Dogg on. It doesn't sound like the Snoop Dogg that we know. I guarantee you, you're going to like it. Check that one out and let it see. She has a brand new one, Pieces of Me. If you ever seen her, or if you checked out her other two CDs, let me tell you, you will not go wrong. I guarantee you, sit back, relax, and you're going to enjoy the tunes flowing through you. There's Legacy, the latest one, Pieces of Me, and Kindred, The Family Soul, out of Philadelphia. Love Has No Recessions. My name is Ramay. I hope you enjoyed my little commentary. I'll catch you in a few. Now back to the crew.
Thanks for Renee Machando for contributing to Scope. Renee Machando, you'll find them, call them in the New England Informer magazine.
Yes, that's right.
And New England former CEO and President Doreen Wade back in the house. Doreen's a beautiful lady.
Right.
And Doreen wants to volunteer her services to be an analyst on different topics and subjects. I'm telling you, she's really abreast on everything from
education,
agriculture,
from education to culture, and to especially for spiritual and also for missing people part. And a lot of things.
Oh yeah, she's a beautiful lady. You did such a great job with her. And she's coming back Monday morning, and you'll be doing the interview over again, where I screwed up the audio. And she's going to come back in, and you'll do just a beautiful job again. I'm sure. I know you will. And boy, because you did a great job revamping my whole format, my whole show. I mean, it's a beautiful thing right now. It's floating. It's floating. It's unbelievable. But we got to thank Renee Machando again from the New England Informer. Who's a contributor to the show, for a long-time contributor, but now he's back with the family, and he writes a column in the New England Informer magazine, a monthly column. You'll find him there, newenglandinformer.com. Unbelievable, I tell you. I'm starting to feel this thing so beautiful. It is. I tell you, things work beautiful when you can paint a beautiful collage. you know, and add beautiful things to it, you know, colors and everything like that beautiful dress that you have on. I mean, you look so stunning, you know, and adding beautiful people to the show as well. Like my friend here from Japan. Here, come on over here, will you? Come on over here.
Tokyo. Right.
From Tokyo, Japan, and I want you to get over here a little bit. Introduce yourself to the audience. He's been working the camera for us behind the scenes. He doesn't get paid for it, but he volunteers to come in and work the camera. What's your name?
My name is Kenta. I came from Tokyo, not Saipan.
Okay. You see, he's full of energy, very creative and everything. And he's going to teach Miss Sissy how to dress for the show. Is he going to do that? He's going to give you tips? Is that what he's going to do?
Yes.
Like she needs tips, right?
Yes,
Unbelievable. I'm the guy that needs tips, not Miss Sissy. But Monday morning, Cambridge Community Radio, myself, Miss Sissy, 2 hours, non-stop entertaining, focusing in, people telling their stories, showing people actually telling their stories, and having them come in and tell their stories live, as well as going to some video and showing you people telling stories that you'll find enlightening, informative, and that you'll get something from, whether negative or positive. You'll learn something all the time. And that's why we changed the heading of the show to Scope, because we want to focus in on people, interesting people, interesting issues, topics, you know, of magnitude.
Right.
And that's what it's all about.
And
Scope.
focus. Right.
Scope. So I thank my friends viewing on the worldwide internet. And I'm sorry about the audio, and my friends here in the greatest community in the world, which is Cambridge. This is a beautiful community. I'll tell you, you couldn't get a beautiful community that's more like a description of a rainbow than the city of Cambridge. It's unbelievable. And I thank the executive director, Susan Fleischman, for this beautiful palace and this setup here that I'm loving and I'm feeling all the time, and I can breathe. The room, the studios are so big, and I'll tell you, it's just so beautiful to be working here, still at Cambridge Community Television and producing shows for the greatest community in the world and my friends on the worldwide internet. And I thank Renee Machado again from the New England Former Magazine, columnist for New England Former Magazine, as well as producer for WBUR Radio and longtime producer for WEI Sports Radio, 18 years, the longest tenured producer at WEI Sports Radio. I don't know why the hell he still ain't working there.
Well,
unbelievable. That's how we roll on sports and entertainment, newsworthy items. See, I'm going back to the old one. So it's going to take me some time, but it's Scope.
Yeah. 谢谢大家今晚的观看。这里是我们新的节目，我们的名字叫 Scope。
No question about it. So we get
的时候，我们您还可以再重新回来。
So we get about 3 minutes left, and Doreen Wade, I found it very interesting, Miss Sissy. But what did you find the most interesting about her magazine?
Most interesting things that I found about her magazine should be the special part, which is missing people part.
Okay.
This part is he offers the opportunities and like a chance to help people to find their missing families, right? So and she told me that she already helped more than 50 people to find their loved children or either parents or relatives or friends and maybe lovers.
Wow.
So that is huge. And she also offered like students, like graduate students for internships. They have connections with a lot of very big companies, and then they offer the jobs for the graduate students, right? The internships, right? So this part and is very interesting. And one more part is very interesting. That is, she also have a person that can help students to write the resume. And the interesting, the amazing part is, people can connect with this person directly, and they can help you to update and reform your resume all for free.
Wow,
right.
That's interesting.
So everything that you can find is on her website directly.
And this is why you should tune in Monday morning and finally hear her, not just see her and see the great job and the beautiful painting that Miss Sissy put together of CEO and President Doreen Wade of the